GST is on supply of goods, supply of services. In our previous class, we learned what is goods and what is services. So let us understand what do you exactly mean by supply. Most of the people have a misconception saying that supply means only sales. They think supply means only sales. But in GST definition, in the definition of supply, they told there can be 8 forms of supply. They told there can be 8 different forms of supply. These 8 different forms are given just for the sake of examples. Let us study these different forms of supply one by one. The first form of supply is sale. Sale, the word sale is not actually defined in your GST Act. But for a common understanding, what do you mean by sale? When there is a transfer of property from one person to another, we call it as sales. Say for an example, I am a TV dealer. I sell television and I am selling my TV to you for rupees 20,000. So it is treated as sale. Hence it is treated as supply. So we understood what sale is. Now let us understand what do you mean by transfer. Transfer is you are transferring your stock from one branch to another. I am not selling it. Say I am a TV dealer and I am not selling it to the customer. What am I doing? I am transferring all the television from one showroom to another showroom, from one branch to another branch. So this transfer will also be treated as supply. So sale is also treated as supply, even transfer is also treated as supply. Now let us talk about the other two forms of supply. It talks about barter and exchange. These two terms are different. They are not the same terms. So there is a difference between barter and exchange. That is a slight difference. In this class, let us understand what is that difference between barter and exchange. Barter means giving one goods in exchange of another or giving one service in exchange of another. Let us take an example. Say a chartered accountant is giving a service to a lawyer and in return to that service, lawyer is giving one service to chartered accountant. So here service is given in return to a service. This is barter. Then what is exchange? Exchange slightly differs. Let us take an example to understand what exchange is. Say there is an advertisement which says bring your old washing machine and take a new washing machine. What are they saying? Bring your old washing machine and take a new washing machine. But along with the old washing machine, you are supposed to pay another 10,000 rupees. So along with your old washing machine, you are supposed to pay another 10,000 rupees to get a new washing machine. This is exchange. If you are only giving your old washing machine and taking a new washing machine, this is barter. So when a barter becomes exchange, when there is an additional consideration, additional money flowing along with the old item, it becomes exchange. So I hope you are clear with the difference between what is barter and what is exchange. Till now, out of the 8 forms of supply, we have studied 4 such items, which are those sale, transfer and barter and exchange. Now let us study the other forms of supply. It talks about license, lease, rental and disposal. It talks about license, lease, rental and disposal. Let us see this item one by one. What is license? Say I developed a software. I developed a software and I am not selling it. I am not selling it. Instead, I am giving license for each user to use it. Fine. So there is a difference between sale and giving license. Even sale is treated as supply and even giving license to use that software is a supply. Now let us learn what do you mean by lease and rental. Lease normally is for a longer period of time and rental usually is for a shorter period of time. Say I am giving a land on lease for 30 years. Even that is treated as supply. Say I am giving a machinery for rent. I am giving a machinery for rent for a shorter period of time, say for 1 week. Even that is treated as supply. That is license, lease, rental. All these 3 things are treated as supply. Now let us study the last form of supply. That is disposal. What do you mean by disposal? Say I started a business and that business did not work well. Now I want to close down my business and I am selling all my assets. I am disposing my assets. So even if I am disposing my assets, it will be treated as supply. That is to say, there are 8 different forms of supply. These 8 are examples, and the first one we studied, it is sale, transfer, barter and exchange. So it is sale, transfer, barter and exchange, continuing with other 4 items, that is lease, license, rental and disposal. So all these 8 items are the forms of supply.